What up, what up, what's good, people? Man, it's been a minute since I did one of these videos. I was gonna go live, but you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-record this thing because I want to. I need to speak to the men right now, all right? Not the little boys, not the guys that have that childish-like mindset. I'm speaking to those men or guys that may have that childish-like mindset, but they want to change. You need to understand something. You, as a man, need to be able to accept constructive criticism. I don't understand why in the world would a man think that he knows it all. I want to use the F word so bad, guys, and I'm not talking about, you know, that the bad word, but the FOOL word. Like, I want only people like that think that they know it all. Only people like that believe that, you know, can't nobody teach me nothing, can't nobody tell me nothing. And I promise you, those people are not winning when it comes to life, because someone that understands that, listen, constructive criticism is going to make me better. And you should always want to do and be better as a man. Like, every day that I get up, I am constantly thinking about areas that I need to work on. And let's just say, for instance, somebody may call me out on some stuff that I wasn't honestly paying attention to. So that's why I always tell people I am always open to the possibility that I am wrong. I am always open to the possibility that, listen, maybe you need to be moving, you know, a different type of way. Not saying that, you know, everybody is right, but all the information that you get, it should somewhat be considered, almost everything. Now, listen, my foundations, my principles, and all of those things are solid. Like, those things are pretty much set in stone. But there are a lot of things out there that I believe that, because I was open and willing to be coached, to learn, has honestly been able to improve my life, my lifestyle, everything within, up under that umbrella. And I see so many men today, they're so emotional. That is an issue. Guys, when you are too emotional, when you are like, that is a big, huge red flag as a man. You're telling me that you're getting in your feelings because somebody is calling you out on your BS or whatever. You're getting upset because somebody is telling you the truth. You're getting upset because people see a problem, they see an issue. And most of y'all, it sucks. Most of y'all know that it's wrong. Most of y'all know that you need to change. And when people call you out on it, instead of you being honest and being real and be like, yo, you know what? I have honestly noticed that this is something about me that I honestly need to change. And I need to start actively working on that. That's how men think. That's how men move. But again, you have so many guys out here right now that you cannot tell them anything. You can't tell them nothing. They complain about everything. Man, it's not in my body. I just can't do it. Like, I look at it like this. There are a lot of people out here in the world that have it a million times more rough than what we have it. A lot of us. A lot of y'all are so freaking privileged, sheltered, and oh man, it's so many different words that I want to use, but I'm going to be a little bit conservative here. All right, I'm gonna stall y'all out because I'm trying to make sure that I stay away from certain language, man, because I'm trying to improve myself when it comes to those things. Like, you should be able to communicate without using bad language. If you can't, or if you're not doing that, then you need to correct that issue, all right? Because intelligent people don't speak. They don't talk like that, all right? There are other words in the dictionary that you can use instead of, you know, reverting back to those 4 and 5 letter words that a third grader knows. You got to be better in every aspect of life. You should constantly want to get and be better in every aspect of life. Not just the areas that, you're okay with changing, but especially those ones that is going to be tough. We learn a lot of things growing up as, children, teens, young adults. You pick up on a lot of things that you probably shouldn't have learned in the first place, but a lot of y'all take those things and y'all hold on to those things, and those are honestly your crutches. You need to get rid of those things. You need to unlearn a lot of things that you were taught as a kid. Did that person just turn down? My bad, y'all. I'm driving. You need to unlearn a lot of things that you were taught as a child. And a lot of y'all are going to have to get some coaching. You're going to have to get with a mentor. And the things that you didn't learn growing up, a lot of y'all are going to have to pay for it. Either most of y'all are going to have to pay through it through time. A lot of time. And some of y'all are going to have to pay for it with your money. I'm not doing any coaching or anything, but I'm just saying, listen, I've had to do these things, and a lot of y'all, if you want your life to be better, then there's certain sacrifices that you're going to have to make in order to get to that point. Now, if you want to continue to be that person that you are right now, if you're comfortable with just being mediocre, when most of y'all know that y'all can do and y'all can be better, as far as your behavior and your communication and your appearance and all the rest of those other things go. A lot of y'all know and understand that I need to be better in these areas, but yet and still you wake up and you continue to get on that doggone hamster wheel and repeat that cycle over and over and over, and you're going nowhere fast. I want you to honestly ask yourself this question. When am I going to do and be better? When am I going to allow myself to be that best version of me? When am I going to start or stop making excuses for myself? Because I know deep down that I can be better. I know that I can do better. I know that this life that I'm living right now can be better. And the reason why it's not getting better is because, again, I've gotten comfortable. I'm stuck. And I can start taking small steps. Even if I don't have the money right now, I can honestly start taking small steps in the right direction to get to where I want to be. It's all up to me. It's my mindset, my mentality, the way that I think, the way that I move, the people that I hang around. Some of y'all are going to have to cut ties with some of those people, because a lot of y'all are in that crab bucket. It's the crab effect. A lot of people that you're hanging with right now is the reason why you remain in that same mindset. A lot of y'all need to distance yourself from those people. Maybe not cut off, but distance yourself from those people and start surrounding yourself around people that have the mindset that I want to get and I want to be better. So right now, I'm currently heading to the gym to work out with my SARS, right? And, thankfully, luckily, man, it's a blessing that through this journey of me losing my main YouTube channel, it created a space where I did not have to work. It created a space where, everything, where I honestly got comfortable, right? And I was speaking and I was talking to God one day, and I was asking him for some things. I'm not going to say it out loud. We may have that conversation a little bit later on. And a few weeks later, my channel gets taken down, deleted off of YouTube. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what happened? So I go to my email because I'm trying to type in my password to my main YouTube channel. I'm trying to type in my password nothing's coming up. Nothing's coming, like, whatever. So I go to my email and I seen, hey, your channel has been terminated, delete, whatever the email said. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it felt like a truck. I'm just like, yo, what? What do you mean? Like, what's going on? Like, most of my content is like squeaky freaking clean. But we were doing a podcast and stuff on there, man. It was a lot of clips that was on my channel that maybe shouldn't have been on my channel. Whatever. All right, whatever the reason was, I'm not gonna lie, I was in like a little stump or whatever, a little stump. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, are you gonna sit here and mope and complain? Well, I wasn't complaining. But I'm sitting here like, I'm thinking to myself like, dang, most of my stuff happens internally. I don't really talk about this stuff like externally unless it's to like a therapist or, somebody that I can trust. But for the most part, I deal with most of those things internally. So I'm just like, yo, what the freak? Like, so you telling me I'm not gonna get a check next month? Are you telling me that on this date and this date that I'm not gonna get paid anymore? Again, I'm not working anymore at this point. I done quit both my own, like, I'm good or whatever. So I was like, you know what? You can continue to sit here in this, or what's the solution? I was like, the solution is to get new pages or get another page and just kickstart this thing and work my butt off, not to get back to where I was, but to surpass that thing, right? And I was like, okay, so there lies the solution. I mean, that's the overall, that's the big dog or the bigger picture. And I was like, okay, so how do I do that? What does that look like? And I started to jot down little things or whatever, studying bigger channels and seeing, oh, okay, all right. Like really paying attention to the analytics and all of those different things, seeing what's hot, seeing what's not, what things align with what I'm doing right now. How can I, utilize my talents, my vision, and put that into something that I can give to the people that's going to be useful for them, and help me build my audience quicker. And so I just went to work. And now we're at the point now that we have 2 YouTube channels monetized. Now, they're nowhere near my main channel, but understand this, that main channel I have been getting paid for my main channel since 2018. It took me almost a year to build up that channel until we got to the point where we were monetized. And then, it took almost on up until, that YouTube channel was deleted to where it was able to, sustain a certain type of lifestyle. So I'm saying all that to say this, man. Guys that want to be better, regardless of how you were moving, regardless of what has happened in your life, whatever life has thrown at you, the things that you have, the things that you didn't have growing up, the things that you weren't taught that you should have been taught. There's information, there's people out here, there are videos, there are, podcasts. There are so many different ways where you can learn all of the things that you didn't learn growing up. That complaining, fam, if you're going to spend 2 minutes complaining, I need for you to give me at least 20 minutes of you explaining how they are going out the wrong way. Yeah, 20 minutes of you explaining the solution to me. What does that look like? How does that break? I have no issue with a man that is complaining a little bit. Like, listen, I understand life gets you down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to get it out. Okay, cool. Go ahead and get it out, man. Especially to the children or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm not going to say the children, but the younger guys that I speak to, that I talk to. All right. You have sat here for 5 minutes complaining, crying, doing whatever it is that you needed to do, fam. Did you get it all out? Yes, sir. All right. Now, what's the solution? What does that look like? And the worst thing, I don't know. You haven't even started to think what is the solution to my problem? I don't have the things that I want in life, so I understand that I need to get those things. I don't have the information that I need, so I need to figure out a way to look those things up, or I need to reach out to somebody that may have that knowledge. Like, listen, the solution is right in front of your face. The issue and the problem is most of y'all spend too much time giving all of that time and that energy and that focus to the negative and everything that's going wrong, that you don't think about the positive, the solution. You're spending too much time on the problem. Spend more time on the solution. Spend more time thinking, strategizing. How do I get out of this thing? What does that look like? And how do I make sure that I don't get myself back into the situation? Fellas, that complaining, that crying, all of those things, they need to stop. They need to slow down. All right? Take a breath. Anytime you get into a situation or whatever the case may be, take a second, man. Some of y'all honestly can. You can honestly take a second. In most situations, you can take a second, take a deep breath, and think. I see what the problem is. The problem is displaying itself. I see this thing. It's vivid. I'm talking about 80-inch, 150-inch flat screen, and right in front of my face, I see what the issue, I see what the problem is. What's the solution? How do I get to that solution? Let me break this thing down on what that looks like. Because the solution may seem big, but when you start to break that thing down and put it into small goals, okay, this is one goal. This is one thing that has been met. It's getting me closer to my overall goal. We're getting closer and closer to that thing. You got to break that thing down into sections. And I promise you, anything that life throws at you, anything, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm talking from a person that lost it all, everything. No car, no house, no clothes, no shoes, sleeping on the freaking street. Listen, there is always a way out. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. I'm telling you, don't let anybody tell you anything different. There is always a way out. There is always a solution to any problem that life throws at you. And you should approach and attack each day with that mindset. No matter what life throws at me today, I promise you I'm going to overcome it. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I'm going to overcome that thing. All right? Anyway, man, I just want to drop this video on you guys real quick, man, before I go hit the gym. You know, I felt inspired today, so I felt the need to drop this thing, man. I hope this video helped you guys in some way, shape, form, or fashion, man. If it did, give this thing a thumbs up, a like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe comment down below. Let me know, man. I want to talk about it. I honestly want to hear from you guys. Anyway, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.